Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we're going to take a look at another Sencut. Man, I tell you what, Sencut has been putting out a lot of knives here recently and a lot of really good knives at really good prices. I mean, you know, usually you can get their knives in that $40 to $50 range. You're paying for 9CR, which to me will do everything pretty much anybody needs it to do on a daily basis. And, might sneak some D2 in there. Might be a little bit more than $50 for D2 or not. Just all depends. But today we're going to be checking out the Mims. And I've got some stuff to really talk about the Mims I know I kind of get into my final thoughts. But what are we going to look at right off the bat? Well, we've got G10 handles. Everything, as always, chamfered off very nicely. Steel liners, done very well. We do have a lanyard hole right there. Reversible pocket clip, very good. Lefties and lanyard fans rejoice. Recessed pocket clip screws, yes. Very, very good. I think this end of the knife, for the most part, will make a lot of people happy. Very good. We like doing that. Absolutely. But again, like I said, the G10 has got really good texture on it. Definitely liking that aspect of it. Open construction, pretty well centered. If I don't know, you tell me. It looks pretty centered to me, but I think it is off to the show side just a hair, if a hair. Not enough to make me mad or anything like that, but I think it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it. I don't know. Anyway, I think it is just a little bit. As you can see, you've got two methods of deployment. You do have a flipper tab, and then, of course, you have the reverse flick or thumb flip hole, however you choose to actuate your knife, but it is very, very well done. Even the flipper tab, if you want to use the flipper, there you go. Detent is good. Not the stiffest one I've felt. It's not... It's on the lighter side of what I would consider perfect, but it's pretty darn good. We'll just call it that way. It's pretty darn good. You do have a liner lock there. Now, do have this nice elongated drop point blade. Like I said, 9CR on this one. Yes, indeed. You do have the Sencut logo right there. Very gentle. I know a lot of people don't like the elongated holes. I mean, it is what it is. It's not very... Now, you saw that. I popped that one out pretty easy. See, on the thumb stud, on that hole, if you don't get in there, good. Now let's see. Okay, it's not coming out there. So, like I said, it is on the light side a bit, but it's not bad. On that flipper especially. It's tuned for the flipper, that's what I should say. So, overall, all right, let's get our specs, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Overall, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just shy of 8 inches as far as I'm looking at it. You're looking at it about a 4.5-inch blade, or 4.5-inch handle, and then pretty close to a 4-inch blade, or golly, 3.5-inch blade. I think they call it 3.48 officially, and then your cutting edge, let's see if I can do this right, 3.25. Yes. Grip length, you're looking at right about just a hair over 3.5, which, as you guys know, I mean, that's right in my sweet spot, where I like a grip, so that is all good there. So let's get our size comparisons up here. Of course, we're going to start with the PM2. So PM2 is a little bit longer. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty darn close on the blade, and then the PM2's got it by just a hair, maybe a 1/4 inch or so on the handle. There's the bug out. Now it's going to be a little bit bigger than the bug out, of course. Get a weight on it real quick. .6, so it's pretty much in that ounce per inch, or 103 grams. Now we'll get our carry. Like I said, deep carry clip, definitely liking that. Nice in and out of pocket, no issues. And we do have that, what I kind of have referred to as Civivi's diving clip. It's got, you can pull it out pretty easy. I didn't have any issues on, you know, keeping it in my pocket at all. So, but it is kind of, as you can see, you can manipulate the clip fairly easily. So overall, what did I kind of want to talk about? Well, we've seen some of the Sencut models that kind of look almost like redesigned Civivi models and stuff like that. Pretty close. This one, the Mims, looks like a redesigned Honorous, and they're both Sencut knives. The difference being is the Honorous does not have your finger groove here. It does not have a forward finger choil, and it doesn't have the lanyard spot on the liners. Otherwise, to me, it's pretty much the same knife. Yes, there are some redesigns done, absolutely. They've changed the knife a little bit, but they're both Sencuts. You know what I'm saying? So, I really, it's a bummer to see two knives from the same brand that look almost identical. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, okay. So they take let's say they take a 14C Civivi and redesign it a little bit and make it a 9CR Sencut. Okay, you know what? Somebody might not be able to afford that $80 Civivi, but they can afford a $40 Sencut if they like the design. I'm down with that. They could do it, to me, they could make a Wii knife, a Civivi knife, and a Sencut knife in different blade materials. They could make the same design. Call it a different name if they want to, but use different materials. You know, Wii uses the more premium materials. Civivi uses those midline materials. And then Sencut uses, you know, the 9CRs and that type of thing. I have no issue with that, to be perfectly honest with you, because different people can afford different price levels. But somebody may like a Wii knife design, just can't afford it. Make it as a Sencut. Use the quote-unquote lower grade materials, you know, like G10 and 9CR, and sell it for $45. I'm down with that. But to have two knives so close to the same design from the same brand and cost the same price, you know, is there anything wrong with this knife? Absolutely not. You know, maybe that's all people wanted. Maybe they listened to the customers. And people were like, man, I love the Honorous. I just wished it had a forward finger choil. Well, okay. Well, then they redesigned it, called it the Mims, and gave you a forward finger choil. Gave you a lanyard hole. Gave you a finger groove. You know, so there's that aspect of it too. Maybe they did listen. Now the Honorous, I don't know as if the Honorous has been out long enough to get that much, you know, suggested changes. And plus, for a $45 knife, I don't know as if people would suggest that many changes. Well, that's not true either. Because I hear about, well, if that knife had whatever, I'd buy it. So it happens. So it does. So maybe that's what happened with the Mims. I'm just kind of a little bit bummed that we have two of almost the exact same design, you know, being put out as Sencuts. Like I said, they could make the exact same knife in Wii, in Civivi, in Sencut, change the materials, and it wouldn't bother me a bit. But, you know, I mean, call me crazy, you know, that's fine. Agree, disagree, that's all good too. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to get the Mims and really look at it, because I've seen the Honorous, I've had an Honorous in here, and they really are. They're pretty much the same design with just those few, I mean, there's some minor changes that I pointed out. So, hey, maybe they listened to their customers. If they did, rock on, Sencut. That's awesome. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me down in the comments. What do you think? But overall, it's a good knife. Ergonomically, it's good. I do feel the clip right up here just a little bit. That could potentially become an issue for some people. Would it become one for me? It might. It honestly might. You do have some jimping there on the blade. Sorry, forgot to throw that out there. Where my thumb naturally rests I'm pretty much past it. I get just a hair of it. It's not an issue. It doesn't really matter. Now, if I choke up to use that finger choil, my thumb does kind of come back and it does hit that jimping. So, because if I do that, that's not really comfortable. But if I pull my thumb back when I choke up, it just kind of, yeah, it works that way. It works that way very well. So, what do you guys think? What's your thoughts on that whole design thing? That's an interesting topic. Tell me down in the comments, what do you think? Would you be mad at Civivi Sencut if they made the same knife, same design, in each level, but just used the materials commensurate for that level? Let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. But anyway, it's the Mims. It's a good knife. It gives you that forward finger choil if that's what you were looking for in an honorous and a lanyard hole. Well, there you go, guys. You got the Mims, and it's going to do it for you. So, really appreciate it, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.